Esquire has often approached sports as a metaphor for life, and perhaps no sports figure said more about the times he lived in than Muhammad Ali.
See, I don't stand still when I'm tagged. I dance. Tie him up, hold him, back up, stick it, move.
Muhammad Ali definitely fired the imagination of Esquire.
Keep sticking and moving.
He took sports and put it into the area of politics.
Called a ghetto whooping.
He was brash, charismatic. He did poetry.
I'm gonna float like a butterfly and sting like a bee, 'cause I'm still the king.
He was an irresistible character, just as a showman. And then he delivered the goods, and he said, look at my pretty face. I can't let that get hit. I can't let that happen.
I am the greatest.
World heavyweight champion Cassius Clay refused to take the oath of induction into the Army.
In 1967, when Ali was stripped of his title for refusing to go to Vietnam, Esquire leapt to his defense.
We think of him now as the most ennobled creature in the history of sports. Well, I'll tell you something. He was not an ennobled hero in 1966. Many people thought he was guilty of treason in this country. He was a friend of the enemy, the Viet Cong.
With his conviction for draft dodging, Esquire saw that Ali became more than just a boxer and wanted to proclaim his martyrdom to the world. At the cover shoot, designer George Lois showed Ali an image of Saint Sebastian.
And he's looking at the card and he said, hey, George, this cat's a Christian. I said, no, Saint Sebastian, Saint Sebastian. And then I realized what he was saying. He said, I can't, I'm Muslim, I can't pose as a Christian. I said, holy, what are we gonna do?
Lois asked if there was someone who could give Ali permission to do the shot. Ali called Nation of Islam leader Elijah Muhammad, then handed the phone to Lois.
Puts me on the phone with him and I have this 15-minute discussion about martyrdom and religion and symbolism, etc. And finally, Elijah Muhammad okayed it. It was unbelievable.
Lois got the green light, but there were other problems.
I had the arrows made out of lightweight wood, and the part that came out of the body was a suction cup colored and bent like a bloody wound. We stuck it on them and it stuck right on them, except eventually I pasted these things on, hung them from the monofilament cables.
The St. Sebastian cover deeply affected Dr. King.
Let us save our national honor. Stop the bombing and stop the war.
That really topped off the anti-war movement. It gave a lot of men in America the balls to say they were against the war.
Decades later, long after Ali had retired, Esquire championed him as the symbol of another fight.
We had him on our 70th anniversary issue because first he was an image of the whole civil rights movement, and then he became an image of somebody who was overcoming physical disabilities.
For Gay Talese, who often wrote about Ali for Esquire, the story was always about so much more than boxing.
It is a mythological sport. It is a sport filled with myth of human nature and the realization that there's only one end, and that is an exit.
Down he goes. Almost down on the back.
We're all gonna die. We're all gonna lose our life. These fighters who are losing are really representing the inevitable termination of our own career, whatever our career is.